Now, it's just roughly 2 hours from now, and SpaceX is set to carry out a test launch of its largest and most ambitious rocket. It's been developed to support future missions, but the moon, yes, but certainly Mars is on the horizon. It's a new rocket, prototype, and more robust. The last version exploded in November during a fueling test. So there's a lot on this, not just the exploration of space, but now that SpaceX has filed for what's likely to be a record-setting IPO. Its prospectus reveals an unusual governance structure. Elon Musk controls 85% of the company's voting power. Its dual-class share structure prevents him essentially from ever being removed as CEO. Several SpaceX executives stand to get billion-dollar rewards if the company reaches a valuation of $1.75 trillion. The filing also shows that the extent that Musk is betting on AI. He wants to launch extraterrestrial data centers powered by the sun. Good grief, what next? The ventures fund Space Capital has been investing in SpaceX since 2017. Its CEO, Chad Anderson, is with me. What do you like about this company? Is it the audacity that is truly appealing?
This is a company that makes the impossible they deliver the impossible consistently. They just do it a little bit late. So this company has had a big, ambitious vision from the beginning, which has allowed them to attract the smartest engineers on the planet to come and work, because the smartest people want to work on the hardest problems. And SpaceX provides opportunity for both. And they have consistently executed on plans that people have said were impossible. And here we are, a couple of weeks away from the largest IPO ever. So people are buying into this vision.
But you've got to also buy into, and this is the contradiction with the whole SpaceX thing. On the one hand, everybody loves and is just agog at what's being done, but it has to make money. It has to make a large amounts of money to justify those valuations with a structure that is unusual at best.
Well, so another thing that comes out of the S1 is the fact that this is no longer a space company in the traditional sense. I mean, most people, when they think about space, they think about the International Space Station, they think of the Apollo moon landings. This company has access to orbit. They control the rails and access to orbit through their fleet of Falcon 9 launch vehicles and soon Starship. And that provides them with an opportunity and enables their money-making businesses. Starlink broadband, direct to cell, and next is orbital data centers. So we're in the early innings of a multi-decade infrastructure cycle. We have hundreds of billions of dollars of infrastructure in orbit that is legacy systems that are being replaced, and we're building out an entirely new capability in orbit. Space and ground are converging at a macro scale. This is a massive opportunity for the next several decades.
The fascinating part is, of course, it's requiring large sums of money, and it's requiring investors to have faith and confidence, which is the exact opposite, of course, of the quarterly reporting season. So to a large extent, what happens with tonight's rocket launch, of course, we all wish a success, but it's not going to have a dramatic effect, in a sense, if it doesn't go perfectly, because research continues and the IPO will go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, one of the big headlines that people are honing in on in this S1 filing is that they lost nearly $5 billion. And the reason for that is really a lot of CapEx spend. So this company is not going public and has some sort of incremental linear growth curve. This is a company that is investing heavily in future growth, in AI and in Starship. And Starship is critical to the future of this company. It's what enables their money-making businesses and these frontier markets that they're going after. So the test flight tonight is going to be critical, and we're super excited to watch and see what happens.
Finally, you have no doubts that Musk is the best man to lead, even if the structure means he can't be shoved out the door.
Oh, it's not just me. I don't think that is going to stop anyone from buying this. Allocators are forced to make a decision on, do you want access to this asset, under these conditions, or not at all. And it seems like, given the fact that it is so
Right.
oversubscribed, that people are signing up for that happily.
All right. Chad, I'm so glad and grateful that you took time to talk to us tonight, particularly since we're in Estonia, which of course is unicorn central here in Europe. Thank you, sir.